So as summer comes to an end, many families are planning those final beach trips. One of those beaches is American Beach, which is on Amelia Island.
So there is a good chance many of the people who visit don't know the storied history of what was once the only black beach in our area, one of them. So Amanda joins us this morning. And Amanda, you spoke with people working to make sure that history is not forgotten.
Right. For black families in Jacksonville, in the Jacksonville area, American Beach was the place to be for recreation during segregation. The surf and sand offered a brief escape from the realities of racism. Along the quiet shores of Amelia Island in Nassau County, 40 minutes away from Jacksonville, is a beach once known as a place where black families could enjoy the water with dignity and without fear. American Beach is what founder Abraham Lincoln Lewis called recreation and relaxation without humiliation.
This is the gateway. All cars come down Lewis Street, named for A.L. Lewis.
A.L. Lewis was the president and founder of the Afro-American Life Insurance Company, also known as the Afro, which helps black Americans obtain affordable policies and mortgages. He was also Florida's first black millionaire. In 1935, he bought 33 acres on Amelia Island. That eventually grew to 216, and he named it American Beach. It was soon filled with restaurants and beachfront properties owned by black families.
We felt like this is our beach. This is where our people accept and want us, and this is where we can have a good time and no harassment.
Author Marcia Feltz has lived at the beach for decades. Her passion can be felt through the words of her book, which documents Lewis and the beach's history.
What he wanted was a place where we were welcome, not on Thursdays only. A place where we could go not from this hour, from sun up to sundown, but a place that you could belong and a place that you could call your own.
I called Fafa.
World-renowned anthropologist Dr. Janetta Besh-Cole is Lewis's great-granddaughter.
A.L. Lewis believed in the core of his being that there should be nothing that looked like, smelled like, could be even imagined that said people are superior simply by the color of their skin. And so he really devoted his life, even though he was a millionaire, could have, lived where he wanted to live, done what he wanted to do, just travel and be a millionaire. Trying to contribute to a time when there would be no more such thing as systemic racism.
Memories of visiting the beach as a child brings back warm feelings of comfort for Feltz.
It's like being at Big Mama's house, and it ain't no better place to be than at Big Mama's house, who loves you, embraces you, and you're comfortable and you are protected.
Movers and shakers from Duke Ellington and Dizzy Gillespie to James Brown all paid a visit to American Beach, specifically popular nightclub Evans Rendezvous.
I want to know what was it like? I mean, I know you were.
Oh, you ever been to the Mardi Gras in New Orleans?
I have.
Then that's just what you saw when you got to American Beach. That's exactly that was the atmosphere.
Laws preventing blacks and whites from sharing water were prevalent in the Jim Crow South. A 1924 ordinance at Jacksonville Beach, then known as Pablo Beach, made it a crime for black people to get in the water. Setting 1 foot in a wave could cost them $125 and their freedom. Painful memories for Feltz.
And if I went to the beach, I got to be the nanny taking your white baby to the beach, but I cannot go down to that beach just to bathe and enjoy myself. Yeah, you know the discrepancies, and you know the abuse of you as a citizen. And I just say all the time about my country, 'tis of the sweet land of liberty. Does it include me? My country, unrequited love. Change the subject.
In Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.'s quest for equal rights for all, he stayed at the beach's motels as wait-ins were held before the Civil Rights Act of 1964 was signed into law. Months later, Hurricane Dora moved in, destroying businesses and homes along several streets of American Beach. That's when its appeal started to fade, and the beaches that once barred Black Americans became accessible.
We deserted American Beach, and we found the charm of Daytona Beach, the world's finest beach. We found the charm of Miami Beach and other places like that. And so we did not bring our businesses back here.
The history of American Beach lives on through the few Black families who still call this area home.
The color is fading and the residents are aging. And so we got some serious issues.
As we sit on her balcony overlooking American Beach and the million-dollar homes now built on land once considered less desirable, Felts remembers and wonders.
My hope is to continue the legacy and heritage and be a place of affordability for the average citizen. I don't want this to be an exclusive millionaires club only. I don't want that. I want us to be able to continue to be open to having people enjoy and feeling like they belong.
If others will too.
And today, American Beach is just a little more than 100 acres after one of A.L. Lewis's great-grandsons sold part of that land to Nassau County. And tomorrow on the morning show, we do hear from Dr. Janetta Cole, more from her about her sister, the late Maveen Besh. She's also known as the Beach Lady. Many people are familiar with her. We'll talk about the impact she left, which helped ensure that American Beach still exists today. So that beach, American Beach, still has a lot of rich history there. It's not as vibrant as it once was, but you can still see the memories when you go to visit. And so a lot of families still go there just to, make sure that people know that this beach is still here. You don't always have to go to maybe a Jax Beach or Atlantic Beach or even some beaches in St. Augustine, that this history is still here and they want to preserve that.
It's interesting because I know a lot of families who have lived here all their life, and they have tried to get people to buy property there to kind of keep it still in the community, and now it's so sky high that it's much more difficult.
Million-dollar homes there. So, I know that this is a place that people used to go for that escape, and so I know that there are many people that live in the area, including Dr. Cole, who are still working to make sure that the history does live on. So again, we will talk more about the Beach Lady because a lot of the work that she did, she was very eccentric. She was
very well known.
Very well known environmentalist. And so we'll learn more about her and her backstory and why it was just so important for her to make sure that the land and the beach that her grandfather founded was still intact for us to still remember and recognize today.
All right. Thank you so much, Amanda. Thanks.